Okay, I just wanted to go over this a little bit more in depth after my last video. If you want to upgrade your downpipes, you're going to need 2 people, and you're going to need some PB blaster and an oxygen sensor socket removal tool, and some long extensions and a screwdriver, and that's about it. So the first thing you're going to do is right down here on the back of the turbos. This is the driver's side. I'm going to do the driver's side because it's harder to do than the passenger side. But down here on the turbos there's 4 nuts. You want to make sure you spray those as best you can with PB blaster and let them sit for about 24 hours before you even attempt to take them off, because you don't want to break one off like I did. So that's the first thing. Spray them on there, let it sit. Next thing you're going to do is you want to undo your oxygen sensors. The top one's right here, and it's on a clip mounted on here on the pipes, and you're going to just pull it off the housing where it's clipped on here, the metal clip, and then you're going to press down this plastic clip right here, and then as you press it down you can separate it and pull it apart. Then next thing you're going to do is you're going to get the socket tool down here, and you're going to use this little oxygen sensor tool, get it down there on there, and use an extension with a ratchet, and all you want to do is break it free. Once you break it free, you don't want to keep twisting it with the ratchet because you could damage the wires on the oxygen sensor, and once you break it free they're pretty much hand tight. So break it free, and then you can reach your hand down in here and you can kind of grab the top of the wires like this, and then you just undo the oxygen sensor slowly and don't damage the wires, and then pull it out, and that'll be your oxygen sensor on the top. Then you want to come around to the bottom side and do the bottom oxygen sensor. Now when you come down here, when you come down here, this part of the oxygen sensor is in the downpipe, but as you can see right here there's a little orange clip up in there. You can use a long screwdriver, and you want to reach it up in here and pry that out of that metal housing there, and then once you pull it out of there you got to disconnect it at the top, and it's the same as the top one. You push the little clip in and then you separate it, and then you have this little housing. So once you have that, the oxygen sensor is still in the downpipe, and you could just use a wrench and get on there and loosen it and break it free, like I said, on the top one. And once you have it broke free, it's pretty much hand tight, and you can just undo it and pull it out. So for the nuts on the back of the turbo, like I was explaining, it's really tight down here, and the pipe is sitting right here and it's right in the way, and so you can't really see the nuts up on the turbos. You have to kind of feel with your hands as you get in there, but you want some long sockets and you want one swivel so you kind of get around the edge of the downpipe. And what I did was I fed it up through there, and then I had somebody on the top side and guide it onto the nuts, and once they were securely on the nuts, then I broke them free. Once they were broke free, then you can either hand pull them off or just slowly pull them off with the sockets. Just make sure to not drop them anywhere, because if you lose them they're kind of hard to find. A lot of areas to hide down in there. And then once you have the oxygen sensors off and all those nuts, you can feed it out through here, through the bottom. It's really hard, but if you twist and turn it you can get out of here. You definitely don't want to break one off like I did. I'm still trying to get this one out. The big problem with the driver's side is you have the steering column in the way here, so it's kind of hard to get anything up there and get tools on it to take it out. We were going to take out the turbo, but the oil line is underneath the turbo and you can only get to it with wrenches. But in order to get to that with wrenches, you have to take out the air conditioning unit. Haven't found another way to get to it, and I don't want to take out the air conditioning, so I'm still trying more tools. But yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to it. If you do it without breaking the studs, then you can just put the new downpipes back up in there and get all the nuts and everything back on, put your oxygen sensors back in, and get it all put together. Passenger side is the same process. It's just a lot easier because there's a lot more room, less things in the way. So that's it. That's my video. Hope it helps. Any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll respond when I can. Thanks all. Just a little addition, I forgot to mention the heat shields. On the driver's side, there's one bolt on the heat shield here that has to come out of the downpipe, and then on the passenger side there's two here that need to come out in order to take out the downpipe. And so here's the driver's side heat shield right here. So you want to take that screw out so you can get the heat shield away from it and just kind of pry it out of the way, move it back. That's it.